Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well. I sound a bit funny because I've been like sick for a week now. More probably. Here's another chit chat video. Hopefully I'll make this one a little bit shorter, but I think I've come to the point in my life where I've kind of been able to stabilize reading and dancing at the same time. As many of you know, I have go to full-time dancing school, and so when I come home, I'm like really tired. I wake up 5:30 in the morning and I go to bed at like 9. I struggle with being like such a creatively like expressive person in a world that's created for people who have like a one hobby track, you know, like after you go to school, you finish middle grade, maybe even high school, you have to decide what you want to do when you grow up. And I really envy those people for a really long time that could just pick something, you know, that could just say like, oh, I love doing... Wait, I'm sorry, I have to move you guys. I'm gonna sit here instead. Like, I really envied those people for a really, really long time that could just say, I want to do this, and then just go for it, whatever it is. And even after a while, they change their mind, they can do something else, but people who are really interested in one thing and can just submerge themselves in this one thing and then just live their life like that. And I struggled for so long what I was gonna be. I tried to go for the route of being like a fashion designer because I love making clothes and drawings and fashion sketches. I have like this book. It's like a fashionary book, and I do like sketches and stuff and like fabric samples and stuff, and I think I would make a really great designer. I mean, I can't sew all the designs that I would want to make myself, but I could see myself like being like a really, really like good designer, like working for a great brand, and I can see myself going to a designer school and going full out for it and like really doing it. But there's always gonna be a part of me that wants to do so many other things. Like I love doing dream catchers and I like doing crafts and stuff, and that's obviously just like a hobby, but I love drawing and I like painting, and I would love to be good at drawing and painting. I like bullet journaling, and at the same time I love doing YouTube. I love doing collage stuff. Like I have this little collage book. It's actually an old book that I've just drawn over, and I do loads of collage things. I'm gonna show this to you guys at some point. I'll do like a flip through, but I haven't really gotten that far. What is the point of this video? I don't really know, actually. I just wanted to share how frustrating it is being the type of person that just wants to do everything and not being 100% good at anything. I've always felt really mediocre in everything I do because I like doing everything, and so I've never really been able to do really well at one thing. And so even though I know that I want to be a dancer now and I'm going for being a dancer, I really struggle with this idea that like because of it my reading is going to suffer. I won't be able to read as much, I won't be able to sew as much. I had this great collection started for the summer, and as I was doing the collection like that summer, I know that I wasn't gonna finish it because it was just too much dancing stuff going on, editions and stuff, and I knew I wasn't going to finish it. But I saw all these like clothes in like branded stores that looked exactly like what I was gonna make, and it was just so frustrating because now I can make it probably for next summer, but like it's not the same thing. I get really easily off track. My point in this video is I don't have time now with all the dancing to do the drawing regularly, do the reading regularly, do bullet journaling the way I want to. I feel like everything I want to do, I need to catch up on. Like, I'm never up to date of where I am now in my life, in a way. Like, it sounds really strange, but I don't make the videos that I want to make because my lighting is shit here, and when I come home it's dark. Before I go to school it's dark. Like winter in Scandinavia, it's just dark all the time, and when it's light outside I'm dancing, so I can't make any videos except on the weekends. And then I have to clean my apartment like at least for one day, you know, and it's like I never get to do anything of all those things that I did before and I love. And I think it's so frustrating for me because I had almost 3 years when I wasn't doing anything or anything. I was doing loads of things. I was doing all of these things. I was doing collaging and creating and YouTube stuff. I mean, you guys are witness to all of my creations, and everything that I did during those 3 years is up on YouTube basically. Like, what can I say? I wish I could have continued that. I feel like sometimes even that I'm not looking my prettiest in my videos is like just one of those things that I can't be catching up on because I don't have time to do makeup. I'm not spending my money right now on lighting. And this is just like the way it is, but I feel like I'm falling behind in life. And it is because I am focusing on this one thing that's like dancing. It's because I'm putting everything else aside to do this one thing, and then I don't have time to do everything else. And I feel like, why does it have to be either or? Why can't I do all those things I love and still be really good at one thing? Sometimes I feel like life is so short, and at the same time it is so long, you know? Like, also, yeah, I'm wearing my PJs. Christmas break there started, so ended early. That's why it's still light outside, but lighting still sucks. So we got it going. Mediocre YouTuber, mediocre dancer, mediocre everything. I'm not saying I'm bad at anything. I'm not saying I'm not creative. I'm not saying anything. I wish there were more jobs that were made for people like me who is creative in so many different fields. In today's world, there aren't all those jobs that are going to exist in the future, and I think the world is changing much more now, and there's going to be loads of jobs in the future that we don't even know about, and it's because we're accepting more that people are creative and men in different fields. I mean, this is like a very small issue in the world. Like, we've got real problems, and I'm talking about like, oh, my creativity isn't fitting into the world, society, blah, like, whatever. Like, it's not really important, but I'm just like talking about my feelings and how frustrating it is when I try to read, like, if I set a goal of like I read 100 books this year, I can reach that goal, but my sewing is going to suffer for it, my art is going to suffer for it, everything else is going to suffer for it, my apartment's a mess because of it, and even my bullet journaling, it's like, I do bullet journaling and I make it work for me, and then the next month it doesn't work anymore because I've already changed. And I feel like I'm just evolving as a person too quickly for me to catch up on as well. Like, I can never catch up on who I am in the moment. And I think I felt a lot of this the same when I was a child. Not child, but like younger, in my early teens. I changed clothing style so often, and I wanted to realize my clothing style. Like, I wanted to have this like vision of what my clothing style was, like in a box, so that I could fit everything together and everything fit together, you know, like, you know when you seen Clueless, like, I think it's the first scene in Clueless where she's like on the computer and she's like picking out the clothes, and she's like the model, and you can see like the clothes of all her on the screen. Like, I just wanted like that, but in my mind. And then I realized that you can't really control like your clothing style or what you do. You can't control how people see you or what is you. Like, you don't need to define yourself, you just need to be yourself. I think I realized this when it comes to my clothing style. Like, now I just kind of wear whatever is comfortable and whatever I think looks good, and that's just what I like throw on, and it's fine. But now I have to like realize it in the real world, how I can't fit myself in a box where I'm like a dancer. And I think we talked to this a professional dancer at school as well about this, like, you shouldn't be just a dancer, you should have other hobbies as well, because it makes you a more complex and fulfilling person. Even when you go on like auditions, it's important to be you and not just a tool. I always struggle to like find my point in all this. I'm just babbling. I guess that is the point. I wonder if I ever find a balance where all of it fits together, where I have time to do the sewing for like 2 hours, I have the time to do collaging and art stuff and reading and everything. And I think it's possible if I get my bullet journal shit together, and I'm almost there. Like, I can feel it. I've given up on bullet journal creativity. It's done. If I minimize the time I spend on bullet journal creativity, I can maximize the time I spend on art or collaging. So I take all that energy and put it into like that instead. And I think it's possible, but it's so hard to get there, and I feel like I'm always striving to catch up to where I am now, and it isn't happening. This is the struggle at the moment. And maybe because I try to do all these other things, is it stopping me from becoming as good as I want in dancing? You know, like, do I have to put all my energy into doing this one thing? Like, instead of working out on a Saturday or Sunday, can I do like sewing instead and then still become the dancer I want to be? You know, like, it's really frustrating. I wish I had like a time turner. I could just go back in the weekends and do the weekend twice over every single week. I would still age though, that's an issue. I think I'm done talking about this now. I just wanted to make a video about stuff. I think the frustration lies with I know I have so much potential to be really good in all of these areas, but because I like all of these areas, I'm never gonna be as good as I want to in any of them. I think that's my like issue, and I just have to like accept it. But damn, it's so difficult, and I don't know why it's so difficult to accept. I think it's because I'm very competitive. Like, I'm very competitive with myself. Did this just become like a diary? You know what? You guys take what you will from this. Comment below any thoughts you have in this. I would love to hear if you struggle with similar things when it comes to creativity and your profession, so to say, mixing together, and if you found a balance with it, or any thoughts. I would really love to hear. Hope you guys didn't think this was a dumb video. I don't really have any YouTube ideas anymore because I am so tired all the time. Okay, so I'll see you guys soon. I hope you have a really, really lovely day, and I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.